Hey everybody, it's Dana
and Linus
with Hitchin Up
Moving On.
And we are out on Lake Carlisle.
We're going to give you a tour of the lake.
Not as windy as it was the other day when we were out here. And the sun is just sparkling off that lake. It's a beautiful day. It's a little breezy. There's our captain. And I'm first mate, but I also call myself Dana the boat lady. And that's the reason we haven't been able to get across over to the other side. In front of us is the McNair Campground. It's another Army Corps of Engineers campground.
That's not in there.
There's one of the boat ramps on the east side of the lake. A bike path that comes all along this side of the lake, but again we can't get over to it very easily right now.
I'm slow way down. I don't know if they're open yet. Yeah, camp up there.
Is this McNair or Dam East?
That's McNair.
Okay.
McNair campground out here. There's
Okay.
a boat ramp right here. I'll come around the side.
Yeah, they have a boat ramp and I don't know if there's a swim beach there.
Yeah. It's not open right now, but yeah.
Stayed here. Our daughter has.
Kind of tight spots for our camper.
Right, and I do see a couple big ones in there, but
yeah.
When we have driven through, we noticed a lot of smaller sites, and we have a 40-foot camper. So
there is some bigger ones down at the bottom. The top ones are smaller.
Yeah, it's like an upper loop there up on the hill. Probably some nice views from up there. So that's McNair. Oh, hello.
Rocky, rocky.
And you can see straight across the lake, that's Dam West. That's where we're camping. And the sailboat harbor next to us.
Go around this way.
I think it's like an event center now, but it used to be a restaurant called the Fish House. And they have their own boat ramp there and some docks around the other side here. I guess it used to be a really popular place to come eat. But the last time
we out of the way, so nobody would, not that many people would want to come over here because it was so far out of the way. You'd have to go all the way out in Carlisle and come back out of Carlisle and come over here. It was out here by itself, so nobody really knew about it that much.
I thought I remembered its own set of docks. Maybe I'm thinking.
No, they're around the point.
Okay, all right. Then I'm not losing my mind. Wow.
It says boat docking.
Aha, there's a sign that says.
Morning.
Boat. Mooring. Boat mooring. There we go. Area up there, and along this side of the lake, along the south, and I guess we're not there yet, is an old state park called South Shores.
Yeah, down
and it's been closed for some time. I really wish that the Army Corps of Engineers would open it back up, because we walked around one time there, and where the sites had been, there wasn't a bad site, and the views were just beautiful from that area.
I think they right where that car is right now is I believe it's right
There's no way I could hear you.
I thought they built some houses down there.
I know, yeah, I know. Thank you.
probably, what, 50 yards offshore. And this is how deep it is. 11 foot of water. Carlisle is really shallow.
Now we're coming up on the east side campgrounds. Yep, this should be Coles Creek right up here. Coles Creek has one full hookup loop. We have never managed to get into that. And then, yeah, they are working on it. I don't know if they're creating more full hookups or if they're just paving everything. And then they have 2 group loops. And we have had family campouts in each of them. They're very nice. And then I think 2 or 3 more loops past those. So it's a good sized campground. It also has a beach for swimming and a boat ramp. There are some areas that you can even pull your boat up to the shoreline and be pretty close to your camper here. Normally you would see campers all along that shoreline there.
Yeah.
But like we said, it's closed, I think, until the middle of May. And you can't even get on online to book until the middle of April. A lot of times when we stay here, we fish in this area along the rocks.
Even though I do see a car here, I don't know how they're getting in here. Of course, I think the boat ramp is open. That's right, they just closed the campground area. Anyway, shut it off a minute more.
That sandy area in that little cove is one of the group loops, and you can pull your boat in that area or the area around to the left. And the kids even do some swimming there, jet skis, things like that. And then back there is the beach. Now I know you can get back here to the boat ramp, but they have the gates closed to the campground. So that's group loop B. On the left there is group loop A. And then what was the full hookup loop is beyond that. And each loop has its own restroom. I believe there's only the one shower house, but it does have laundry as well. And these loops are fun to ride on a bicycle. So when we're here, usually with family, and we are on our bikes a lot. So that's Coles Creek.
I know it's a new subdivision. I don't know if it was old town stores or not, but this is kind of how it was made.
They have some really pretty houses along here that are we think relatively new. Although I thought that...
No, there's nothing past Boulder, but when you get to Boulder, you're at the dam.
Yeah, okay. I thought that South Shore sat up higher. I don't know, we were only there and it was a couple years ago.
I wanted to drive over there by car.
Yeah. We thought it was such a neat find that we had found, not realizing that other people knew that there had been a South Shores. Well, there are some really pretty houses.
Like I said, I think this is all brand new subdivision.
And then up here on the point is Boulder.
Normally be full of campers right here.
Yeah, this is the end of Boulder, and Boulder is yet another COE park, and hopefully they're going to do that all in blacktop because there's a lot of gravel areas, a lot of gravel sites in this campground. It is such a neat campground though, because I swear there is not a bad site. There is not a site in this park that you don't have water views, because it's on this point coming out. There's a little full hookup loop right across from the sailboat harbor, and the rest were electric only. Water spigots around, some first come first serve, and some reservable. Now we don't know what kind of changes that's going to have, because they may go to all reservable like some other COE campgrounds are. There's an area of land here between the shore and the campsites.
Yeah, there's a big bluff to our left. When we come back out of here, we'll show you where more campers sit normally. We're going to take you back into the sailboat harbor here.
Sailboat Harbor is a good place to catch crappie.
Yeah.
We've had some really good luck there in May. Yeah. Well, it's really shallow here. There have been some good rains. I don't know if this is one of the lakes that they drop.
Yeah, they're dropping it right now.
They drop it.
In anticipation for more rain.
Yeah. But I imagine they drop it in the winter. I know Shelbyville is one of those lakes. So it does look really...
Dam. You've seen what the dam look like.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Listen, quiet time.
Yeah. So here's the little sailboat harbor, and they do have gas pump there, and they have a little store at the marina here. You can get some items there. I think they're a little pricey, but you know, when you're camping and you don't want to run all the way into town, it's a good option. And Coles Creek and Boulder are both on the east side of the lake, and the town of Carlisle is over on the west side. So if you stay out here, it's definitely a car ride to get into town. That's one reason we like Dam West, because it is so much closer to town. Yep. Linus is going to cast a little bit. And you can see the sailboats here.
I have a little bit heavier jig I had last time.
Okay, up there on that hill, just past the sailboats, is the full hookup loop. And gosh, I think there are only 8 or 10 spots there. It's real small.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing.
I hope they're putting in more full
People
hookups.
come over here that want to have big campers,
Yeah.
and they don't have no accommodations for them. So
Well, there are plenty of sites that are large, but
yeah.
just not the full hookup sites. And then on the other side of this little spit here, on the left-hand side of the sailboat harbor, are a mix of reservable and first come, first serve, and they're wonderful sites. Nice and long, and you can actually pull your boat up at the bottom of the hill there along the shore. Okay, so we're at the end of the point of Boulder, and as we come around this point, it's more electric and electric hookup only. But boy, there's some great views along here. Like I said, I don't think there is a single site in Boulder that isn't a water view.
It's a small campground.
It is a smaller campground.
I don't know if they're adding on to it or not, but
I don't know where they would add on.
No.
It's the end of the campground is right here, and on the other end of it, where you enter the campground, is that little full hookup loop, and it's right next to the sailboat harbor. So I'm not sure how they could add on. They've done some plantings. You can see some new trees all roped off.
that broken tree right there.
I hope they are doing more than just doing trees. Yeah, you can see where that big pine broke off.
This water level is down about 8 foot right now.
Oh,
That's usually up.
right. The water is usually a lot closer to the campground. And as we come around, now a lot of these sites along this shore were first come, first serve, and I don't know if that's going to change. But these sites all have beautiful views.
Yeah, a lot of wind though.
You
get
do
a lot
get
of
wind when it's coming out of the west. So, but you get great sunsets along here too.
Yeah. This water right here is usually, I'm at 7 foot, usually about 15 foot right here.
Oh.
So we got to watch the lake a little bit because that's going to be really shallow out in the middle. This lake gets out there by the silos and stuff, gets to be a 1 or 2 foot.
Yeah, this is flooded farmland,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
so there are some obstacles out in the middle of the lake. There's a silo.
I met a guy one time that was at the car show, and he said his dad used to own this out there by the side. He used to own this whole land out here, and he remembers when they bought it out from him. They had to get out, and there's farms out here that are buried, or were years ago. Now they're gone, but there's still the silos are still standing. There used to be a big island out in the middle of this
Right.
lake. Everybody would call it a party island because they'd party.
There
But
you can see a set of stairs that come down that you can fish off of.
yeah,
And there's a restroom and laundry. I think that building is the the restroom and the laundry. And we've used the laundry facilities, and they're old, but they work.
Not sure what they're doing because I don't see nothing new yet.
I don't see any real big things either.
Unless they had some electrical problems.
There's another set of restrooms there.
I know these buoy markers on the in the poles here, them are new. There are poles so they can float up and down.
I see. Oh, I see.
You know that there's rocks right there.
Oh.
Them are all new.
Okay. As we come around this little point is the boat ramp for Boulder, and there are several picnic areas and covered little pavilions. There's restrooms, playground. It's a really nice facility here.
And I'm sure these also have flashing lights and maybe even something for weather.
Right.
It might be a certain color.
So what Linus is saying is these poles at the ends here are new, and they've got a floating buoy on them, and then it looks like light, flashers at the top, so that when the water is up, it's a warning that there's rock hazard under them. And there's the boat ramp.
And the marina behind it back there that we just came out of. And this can be a good
place. And the
place.
sailboat harbor on the other side.
Yeah. And then that way is the train traffic.
We are going to head across the lake, and we'll go along the west shoreline and back to Demwest.
Got real shallow right there.
Oh.
Went down to 4 foot.
Oh boy.
I know there's a spot out here. I wasn't sure where it's at. And now it's back to 6.
Linus slowed down because we hit an area that was less than 4 feet deep. So, he said he knows that people have hit things out here.
Yeah, and it's 8 foot lower than normal, so you're, instead of it being 14 foot, it's 5 or 6 foot.
Right.
So I've been across the spot a million times, but I know people think about it in Montana.
Another marina out there. Not sure which one that is.
Oh, that is
Marina out there? Keysport?
Keysport.
Keysport out
I've been
there.
there.
I've never been to Keysport, so we never put in our boat there.
I have when it's really rough or bad weather.
Yep. Put the boat in a couple days ago. This is where we kind of putted around.
When I had it on my dash cam, I had it on my windshield.
This is north of Hazlet State Park.
Yeah.
So we're on the west side of the south, I believe. I could be wrong about that. I'm trying to think. West. Yes, we're heading south.
Yeah.
Okay. He just took me for a pretty rough ride. And water is, you know, I'm always amazed. It's so soft, but man, you hit it with a boat going 20 miles an hour or so, and it slams like it's a solid surface. Whew. I got a little shower too.
Okay. We'll go up here by the cabins next and we'll show you the cabins.
We're gonna go right past Hazlet State Park.
A little ways up.
Yep. And they've got cabins. So a lot of people rent those and then fish. Here are the cabins at Hazlet State Park. They have little single cabins, and then they have little like duplex cabins. And a lot of times you see people standing down here on the rocks.
Yeah, some
fishing.
Good fishing through here.
Yeah, some good fishing. Looks like they're doing some work. Looks like they're putting a new roof on. That's good. I think Hazlet had not been in very good repair, and the state leases the land from the Army Corps of Engineers, and I think that the Corps had something to say about Hazlet not being very well taken care of. And I'm glad to see them doing some repairs.
Well, they used to own the other one over there too.
Right. They South Shores was a state park.
Owned by.
But they leased the land from the Corps of Engineers, and we had done some digging when we found that and found out the reason. It was just not well taken care of, and so the Corps just shut it down, took the land back.
Yep. That's what they threatened to do on Hazlet too.
Right.
They threatened to shut it down, take it all away from them. And I'm not sure if they didn't. They were talking about it.
So there are a number of cabins, I don't know, like 12 maybe? Yeah. Because there are some more back.
Some on the back.
Yeah, there are more back along the road that brings you in here. And so we just go up a little further and we'll be able to see the campground at Hazlet. This is the section they keep closed in the winter, because we were here in February and there were people camping in Hazlet.
Yeah.
But this back section closes during the winter.
That's kind of cool to say. We can leave your own food.
And I believe back here there are docks for for the cabins.
Yeah, there is.
To use, but boy, that looks super low in there.
It is.
Yeah.
But this is the main boat ramp, so it's going to be deep enough to go through here. So, yeah, looks like they actually have them closed right now. They're doing all of them. We'll We'll go around a little corner here and then we'll go back out.
Yeah,
There. God, everything is.
they're the
Water is
docks.
so muddy. Yeah, they're redoing all the roofs on every one of them. They're called off stage.
Oh yeah, it's a good fishing spot today apparently. Is this Apache boat ramp? Yeah.
Wow, the water is down.
Yes, it's really low. Yeah.
One time you go through here, you wind up with on top of a log.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, sure there's something going on there or what? Oh, they must be catching some crappie there because everybody's on top of each other. There.
Right. We put in here one time
I'll try to turn
last
around with that.
spring, I believe, and it was wall-to-wall boats, literally. And we tried to come out to the main lake, and the wind was so horrible we could hardly get turned back around. Oh yeah, a bunch of little turtles sunning themselves. Nail guns.
Nail guns. Like, what the heck is that noise?
Yeah.
I bet you all the work you get done in your campground because of the COE campground.
Right. So there is some campsites along here.
Wonderful deal.
Yeah, they're really nice ones.
Really finished patting this too. This was working away the shore. They've been bringing in rock and taking care of the shoreline because it's been
Right,
working
they've
away.
been rip-wrapping to preserve that shoreline. But I noticed there's still there's some open areas like to be able to pull your boat up to.
Yeah, I
which would be
think they
nice.
left that for the boats. Because otherwise they just can't.
Although if the water were much higher, it'd be difficult to get out, I think.
That campground still working good.
Okay.
thanks for going on this ride with us around Carlyle Lake. I hope you guys really enjoyed what we showed you.
So this is Dana
And Linus.
from Hitchin Up.
And moving on.
Remember, the best
Best
is yet to see.
And that's our campground sitting right over there.